News where you live. 5 News starts with breaking news.
We start with that breaking news out of Florida this afternoon. Police just wrapping up that news conference you just watched after a shooting at Florida State University. Thanks for joining us. I'm Darren Bobb. This all unfolding on the campus of FSU in Tallahassee. According to the university, police responded to the active shooter in the FSU Student Union just after 11 o'clock this morning. Here's what we know right now. 2 people have died. At least 6 people have been injured in the shooting. We know that a suspect who was a student is in custody right now and is in the hospital after being shot by police. Officials identified the shooter at the press conference just moments ago.
The shooter is 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, and he's the son of a Leon County Sheriff deputy. Our Deputy Eichner, has been with the Leon County Sheriff's Office for over 18 years. She has a tremendous job that she's done. Her service to this community has been exceptional. Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
Students say they were in shock after the first shots were fired.
We were like, is that construction going on, or what was happening? And so we got up, looked out the window, and I remember looking outside and hearing 5 more shots go off. And I was like, what's going on? So I saw kids running away from the student union, and I walked away from the window. Then I walked back to the window and heard 6, 7 more shots ring out. And at that point, we were like, okay, there's a shooting going on.
All classes and events are canceled at FSU for the remainder of this week. We'll, of course, continue to follow this breaking news throughout the evening right here on 5 News, also on our website at 5newsonline.com.
And here's a quick check of your current conditions across the area, and we're currently sitting right around 75 in Bentonville, seeing some partly cloudy skies. As you can see, a little bit of patchy blue here and there. It's been breezy throughout the day. We're talking south wind right around 17 miles an hour at times, with gusts up to 30. River Valley, kind of the same story, gusty today. It's a little bit calmer now, but we're talking partly sunny skies right now with 82 as your current temperature in Fort Smith. So regardless, it's a pretty nice day out there around the area. It's a little bit on the mild side, but we have some clouds across the area, so it's not completely perfect, but overall not too bad of a day. The only thing that has been the biggest problem throughout the day is those winds. We've been seeing sustained winds of around 10 to 20 with gusts up to 30 at times. You can see current winds across the area in the teens and 20s overall across the area, so it's not really dramatic in terms of those wind speeds, but it is also not fully pleasant out there. So keep in mind, wind will probably impact any sort of evening plans you have across the area. It will continue to be breezy as we head into tonight as well, and then we'll start to see some clouds lingering throughout the overnight period as well. Those should start to eventually clear just a little bit as we head into tomorrow. Same for the River Valley. Overall, we're starting off pretty warm tomorrow thanks to those gusty southerly winds, so it's going to be another nice start to the morning tomorrow. Taking a look at the storm chances coming up for your Easter weekend in just minutes.
All right, Joshua, thanks. Arkansas has become the first state in the nation to ban pharmacy benefit managers from owning pharmacies in the state. Yesterday, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed a bill into law that bans PBMs from holding a permit for the retail sale of drugs or medicines in Arkansas. It also directs the Arkansas State Board of Pharmacy to revoke existing permits. PBMs act as middlemen and manage prescription drug benefits for insurance companies, often deciding which medications are covered and how much they're going to cost. Supporters of the new law say PBM owning pharmacies in the state reduces market competition and hinders business for local pharmacies.
Pharmacies should compete on a level playing field for the business of their patients, and you should have to go out and earn that business rather than that patient being dictated by their plan design to go to a certain pharmacy. And this law is the way that we are trying to level that playing field, allow for local pharmacies to compete for that same business.
We'll have much more on this coming up at 5 and 6. That new law, by the way, goes into effect in January of next year. Decades after the Oklahoma City bombing, scars still remain This Saturday will mark 30 years since a truck bomb was detonated at a federal building in downtown Oklahoma City. Killed 168 people, including 19 children, in the deadliest homegrown attack on U.S. soil. This weekend, there will be a remembrance ceremony to honor the lives lost. Speakers include former President Bill Clinton. Now, 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley will be in Oklahoma City for that ceremony Saturday morning. You can catch all the speeches and remarks live on 5+. That all starts at 8:30 Saturday morning. President Trump says that he is eager to see Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell go. Comes amid the president's ongoing frustration over interest rates and after Powell said tariff uncertainty could pose a risk to the U.S. economy. President says he wants interest rates cut and continues to pile on criticism of the central bank leader. Powell insists he has no plans to leave before the end of his term.
Never going to be influenced by any political pressure. People can say whatever they want. That's fine. That's not a problem. But we will do what we do strictly without consideration of political or any other extraneous factors.
Meanwhile, President Trump welcomed Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni today to the White House for high-level talks about trade and tariffs. The president says he's optimistic about trade deals with Italy and Europe and that in time there may be one with China. Brothers Eric and Lyle Menendez in court today for a hearing that could possibly lead to their release. Brothers spent more than 30 years in prison so far for the 1989 murders of their parents. The brothers' attorney, Mark Garrigo, says the men acted in self-defense after years of sexual abuse by their father. Prosecutors say they did it for a multi-million-dollar inheritance. L.A. District Attorney Nathan Hochman contends they are not ready for resentencing because they told several different versions of what happened the night Jose and Kitty Menendez were murdered.
Have had every opportunity to come clean and say, look, we did it. We lied about why we did it. They have not done that.
Brothers are asking the judge to reduce their prison term to 50 years to life, making them eligible parole in California because they were younger than 26 when they committed this crime. Prosecution filed a last-minute motion to delay today's hearing, urging the judge to first review a risk assessment recently completed by the parole board. Hearing is now set to run for 2 days.